Deep in the forest where man dwells not, there stands a grove of trees, and it is specifically these where two certain sparrows occasionally arrange to meet. And these two sparrows have lived long lives, and a long time they've been friends, each without memories from before each other, together through whatever life sends. But to carry old acquaintance into adulthood is hard with such little time, and how it came to be like this seems now just a fact of life. You see, to know a thing can be a strange feeling, as it often bypasses your mind, or at least the part of it that calls itself you, with thoughts that are consciously twined. The things we're taught, we remember at least for a while where we learnt them from, but things we know, like long since memories, are like instincts when far enough gone. So, like a change in the wind or a shrill hawk's call that these two sparrows know, they don't remember their first time together, which was all so long ago. The sunrise shines all kinds of bright colours, the dawn after a full moon, which is these sparrows' cue to recall, although one had left it till noon. "Where have you been?" asked the early bird, his thoughts in quite the spin. But his friend replied with a frivolous retort, "Oh, get your head down from those clouds it lives in." You see, to us, having one's head in the clouds means one is not all quite there, but to sparrows it means that one worries a lot, as hawks fly high in the air. "It's nice that you worry for me," she said, "although there's really no need." "No need," he cried. "There's danger in the forest that's only greater if you find it not scary." "What held you so today?" he asked, to clear his worried mind. A long silence followed, as if she'd found an answer she couldn't describe. I flew into an old friend," she eventually muttered, which took him by surprise. "Old friend? As in, other than me?" he laughed, but with curiosity in his eyes. They talked for a time about those they once knew, and explored old faded memory, and how it's strange that circles shatter into smaller ones that overlap with impossible geometry. In the end, the late sparrow said to her friend a word that really touched his heart. "I'm glad we've kept in touch," a simple sentence that stayed with him as long as they spent apart. "Should the night come that the moon doesn't shine when she should be fully faced, I shall miss you, my dear friend, and lament the darker days I'd have to then embrace." The early sparrow laughed off his friend's words, shying away from her dramatics, but they both knew that they meant a great deal to each other, despite their cool concealing antics. She then asked, "Should we go for a flight? I'd like to see the sky and soak in some sun." "Of course," replied the early sparrow. "That sounds like a lot of fun." So they leapt into the air and danced in the light, excited as the day they learnt, rising and diving and spiralling right up until the weather took a turn. When it rained, they sank back down to the grove and exchanged their usual farewells. "I had a great time, and see you later," and so on, then returned to where each separately dwells. And "see you later" is a wise thing to say when parted ways they fly, as friends like these never truly astray, and so never mean goodbye. And there closes our scene amidst the trees and under the canopy shadows, where still bears the songs and whistling whispers of two old friendly sparrows. And these two sparrows have lived long lives, and a long time they've been friends, each without memories from before each other, together through whatever life sends.